What's up guys, Smith here, quick guide for today in AC Shadows on how to get tons of the hideout resources so you can upgrade your hideout as quickly as possible. Now this is meant to be a slow burn mechanic, you are not going to be able to just max everything out very quickly, but it is very important to get your hideout going because it does make a lot of the game easier. Just a quick suggestion for the hideout, focus on getting your study up to at least level 2 or 3, this gives you more scouts, and then upgrade your stables to level 2 because it reduces the cost of scouts used to gather resources. And by resources, I mean these items here. So, scattered around the game world, there are tons of these locations, from very small enemy camps to massive castles, and inside most of them, it will have resources for your base. If I look at this particular one here, you can see the wealth is high. That means there are a lot of resources here, and that little crate icon there is the materials home base icon. So, I recommend doing these camps over the big castles, mostly because they're just a hell of a lot quicker, and finding the key is a lot faster. Each time the season changes, the wealth on these locations reset. So if you find one that you enjoy or that's very quick, you can just come back and repeat it. This is the first one I'm going to show you. Izumi Setsu. This is a very easy place. There's only about 5 guards here. A lot of these places is exactly the same. The item is inside a locked door. You have to find the key. In order to find the key, you need to use your left trigger or L2 vision and find a gold glowing icon. Now the trouble is with this, in a lot of these places, there's tons of them. There's absolutely tons of chests, tons of loot you can find. But once you get close enough, you will see, there you go, it turns into a key icon there. You do have to get relatively close. As I said, use these small camps rather than the massive castles, and you'll be able to find the key. Once you've got that key, you can then just use it every time. If the door's not open, you can unlock it with the key itself. Then you head inside, you then open the chest, and then grab any of the resource piles. Now, this is why I said to upgrade the stables, because initially, when you want to tag these resource piles, it costs 2 scouts. The stable's halves that. This is a massive increase to your materials. You'll be able to bring back twice the amount each season. So you assign your scout to smuggle the resources. Once you've done that, at the end of the season, your scouts will come to this location, grab all of the materials, and then will go back to your base. Any scouts you have left over, so if the season passes and you haven't used all of your scouts, there will be some basic materials in the box at your stables. This sort of represents what the scouts are able to do by themselves. It's pretty useless, so I don't suggest doing that too much. You'll get like single digits instead of triple digits. So it's there just in case, but I don't recommend doing it. And then secondly, the Kakaregras, I always forget what these places are called. It's the sort of small hideout places. You can get them. They're scattered all over the game world. You can get absolutely tons. Inside these places are contracts. These are actually probably slightly better than the resources the smugglers bring back because you can kind of pick and choose what you need. So if we look at the contracts here, you can see I've got eliminate the targets, destroy goods, and assassinate the target. And you can look at what each of them gives you because you're going to be typically short of 1 or 2 different materials. So I suggest doing these at every opportunity, every time one of these pops up, because believe me, even though early on the resources might flow, later on, especially if you really want to dive into the base building stuff and you really want to make it look pretty and upgrade all the bits, you are going to need a lot of these resources. So, tip number 1, as soon as you get the contracts, make sure you do them. I think you need to create the forge, one of the buildings at the base. Once you've got the contracts, keep doing those as much as you can. They are a bit sort of out of the way most of the time. They sort of end up in all sorts of different places that you might not be going to. So you can see here, they are quite scattered. This gets a bit easier as you go through the game and you've got access to more fast travel points. But focus on these contracts and especially look for these small red campments that have high wealth. You do get a lot more resources if you break into one of the large castles. But as I said, they are a lot longer and a lot harder. Like if you're playing on hard, they're really difficult. Easy, you'll be fine. Focus on these. Normal, they can be a bit tricky still. So depending on your player ability, you can just, again, find a castle that you like. Find one that you can clear out quickly and easily. Get the key and then just repeat it. So focus on the contracts, and then do the castles or the small camps, and you'll have plenty of resources in no time. So guys, nice and quick, nice and easy. Get what you need, get back to the game. If we helped you out today, do like, subscribe, I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.